from what I've watched as well, you're big on leadership and coaching that as well. And I think in some shape, everyone has the capacity to be a leader, whether it's in their
Oh yeah.
work or just in their family, that type of thing.
Mhm.
How do you go about teaching someone to develop as a leader? And what are some of those characteristics that people should develop?
So to me, leadership is influence. Well, this is a quote from John Maxwell. Leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. If you can't lead from home, you have no business leading, outside. And the purpose of me saying that is so that a person can be the same person they are at home that they are at work. Oftentimes leaders will have like this horrible marriage at home, or may not be the best parents, or curse and yell and do things that they wouldn't do in the boardroom. And my mom, I heard she was talking to somebody one day, and she's talking to a couple, and they were having some issues. I don't know why they were at the house, but they were. And she said to the wife, or she said to the husband, if you talk to your wife the way you talk to your boss, you guys would not have any relationship problems. And I was like, what? And I was like 13 when I heard this. I'm like, even at 13, I knew that was clutch. And I didn't have a boss at the time, but I put the two and two together. And if you think about it, like, the reason we don't snap on our boss and slam doors and throw things is because we'll go to jail or at least get fired. Like, it negatively impacts our income. So when you come home, no matter what's going on, no matter how, like, if you have a girlfriend or something, even you have roommates, no matter what they say, talk to them the way you would talk to your boss. My boss, I've had bosses that piss me off, but I don't go back and just punch them in their face. I'll ask, what was it that made you say that? Like, when you ask somebody a question and call them to the carpet, most people don't like offending somebody and then having to answer for it.
Mhm.
And then the other thing that I use as it relates to leadership, and I got this from K9, but most people have owned a dog, hopefully. Because there's just something that you feel when you have a pet. But
Right.
let's say you wake up in the morning and your dog threw up or crapped on the ground, right? And you're running out the door for work. You're late. You picked up the poop or whatever you did, and you make it to work. You're a couple minutes late. You're a little pissed, but you get to work. Your day's fine. When you come home, you open your door. If your dog's not kenneled and has free reign in the house, you come in the house. The dog just runs right up to you, and the dog's, I would say smiling, tongue out their mouth, jumping around like I have a Frenchie. He jumps around and he jumps in my clothes. And no matter what I'm wearing, I don't care if he just came in from the doggy door and has mud on his paws and his fur. I don't care. Right. In that moment, I don't even remember the fact that he pooped on the floor when he wasn't supposed to. He's too old for that. I'm just excited that he loves me. So when somebody upsets you, look at them. Look at them as a dog, not use this scenario. So if you're just tuning in at this moment, go back like 30 seconds. But look, rub them behind their ears. Don't touch them, but say the things that would make them wag their tail or smile. Right? We all have the power to communicate love, and if we not focus on what happened yesterday or last week, whatever that negative experience was with that person, just learn to forgive and just acknowledge them in the moment for them just being alive on earth. Because I guarantee you, if you had to be at their funeral, you would say, I wish I had have, or I wish I had of. So just acknowledge them in the moment, because at the end of the day, look at all of the times we've been pissed off, or all the times we've been upset. Has it cost us any money? 9 times out of 10, we're still with that person, or we're still friends with that person. So it hasn't cost us a relationship. It's just a moment. Stop expecting people to be perfect. Just like you don't expect your pet or your dog to be perfect. They make mistakes, you forgive, you still go outside and play fetch. Same thing with humans. Go outside and play fetch.
Yeah, that's awesome. And those are, when you think of a leader, sometimes people probably only think of, being the best at something, or,
Hmm.
going out and being the most charismatic person. But the examples you're giving now are really about showing compassion and leading with some sort of empathy and understanding,
Right.
because that, and as a result, makes people more prone to, listen to what you're saying.